Hello everybody, welcome. This is meant for you. If you've clicked on this reading, this is for the collective. Divine timing is at play. So what is meant for you will truly find you. All right, we are in the eclipse cycles right now. We just had a solar eclipse, now a lunar eclipse in Virgo coming up on 3/3, March 3rd. All right, so the energy is present. The energy is being tasked at these essential resources where you are physically reorganizing. You're reorganizing what needed to be left behind, what needed to clear out the old, that old baggage. It's really like what was remaining in the subconscious, all right? That needed to be identified, it needed to be recognized, and it needed to really shake us, wake us. And this energy is, this energy is part of what is helping you grow. It is an important part of helping you grow. So the energy that I did pull out, all right, so the Judge, and this really connects with the last reading I did for the lunar eclipse. All right, so you can go back or just continue watching this, whatever you feel, right? All right, so the Judge, and in that, the cards that were currently coming out were healing wounds, and balance. And the Judge represents the archetype that all right, the Judge is very essential for what has to get done, what the job that has to get done behind the scenes, within the subconscious. And the Judge works every waking hour of every day. All right. It also is what is helping the collective discern what is safe, true, and just. So when this remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, and I feel like that's that baggage that is getting thrown out, that mental closure that was being captivated by fear, and it was becoming confusion. So this is where the Judge comes in. This is where the energy, and this is an essential place for when times can be complex. And right now, this is awakening to get the essential parts back into balance. So what was out of balance? It could have been building walls, separating from others. So it could be almost like building walls around what you wanted to keep, to not deal with anything that felt painful, or you're captivated with fear. You were in fear of something possibly being painful. So by holding this into a box and thinking it was being managed, it's actually not healing. So the healed energy that you were going through, it did open wounds, but what this is it turns in the fear into wise discernment. All right, so this is the time when what is out of balance is being collectively rebalanced. It's being reordered, reorganized. So what felt out of order is actually needing to be, it needed to be broken down and needed to be unorganized. It needed to be displaced. Everything needed to feel like it's discomfort, when really things are just rebalancing. All right, so it's like regenerating. So this is that healing. So this can feel like the underdog. You may feel like, oh, well, I don't have the power in me to change anything, to change the world. I don't have, you don't have a big purpose. You don't have a big key that holds this change, this new way of turning pain into wisdom, into growth. All right, so what caused this? It's all different within all of us. But this is when you have the resources at hand, you have what you have learned, what you have picked up on the lessons on this journey. This is what you need in these times. This is what is provided to really help you reorganize during these times. And it's a complex times. So the world needs your energy. The world needs your right action, your compassion, and forgiveness. I feel like forgiveness is key. All right, so let's look more into that. What is being rebalanced? What is being healed? This is all cause and effect. So it's different for everybody. We're going to pull some cards. Let's try to do a quick reading for the collective. Let's see what comes out. Messages for the collective. Remember, this is timeless and signless. It is for whenever you have been shown these messages. Trust the signs. Your intuition is extremely heightened. We are in retrograde, Mercury retrograde. All right, we have the Six of Swords. And then we have the Three of Cups. So, leaving something to calmer waters. I feel like you've been setting sail through these bumpy waters, not quite reaching land, but you're being pulled by higher forces. And you may not feel the calmer waters because you're still in the waves, almost like the rogue waves. It is sweeping things away. It is clearing things away. These tides are turning. And your boat is your protection. It's your spirit guides. It's almost like you don't feel like you're moving, but in the spiritual world you are. You're being guided. You're being directed. You're being shown what you didn't see before. So you may have been feeling a bit mentally exhausted, mentally kind of like conflicted, uncertain where you are in this ocean, this vast ocean, right? And that feels like that's the consciousness. But you may not feel it, but in your subconscious, there is movement, there is direction, and there is a lot of spiritual protection because you have done that healing. You're healing. This is like this boat is bringing you calmer waters because you have done this healing journey. Each tide, I feel like, was almost clashed down as a painful ending or a painful coming to terms with. And I feel like it's bringing you to a place of hope, of friends, of connections, of community, of unity. I feel like unity, the Three of Cups, like-minded people. And I feel like this is very community energy. So where you're going is a place, you don't quite see it yet, right? Your back's still turned, but it is number 3. It's a cycle that starts off in a beautiful harmony, connection, understanding, We're no longer feeling the ripples of the wave. And I feel like this is friendships that it was divinely meant for you to connect to, all seeing the same vision. So it's connecting with people with the same vision, same priorities, same love, the same compassion. It's harmony. It's bringing you close together from what you had to leave behind. This mental, not mental rest, but unrest, the constant movements of the waves. To the Three of Cups, it's unity, it's connections where you feel safe, you feel free. It's connections from disconnect. And I feel like it's pulling you, your spiritual team is pulling you towards people that are harmonizing at the same rhythm. And it's like a magnet towards what you've had to go through to get to where you are. And it's a commitment to yourself and to others. The Magician is in the present. So there was something pulling you towards connections that have a higher purpose, and I feel like these timelines that they broke off in the higher realms and then the lower, depending where you were on your journey. Doing the work, putting the time in, felt like it wasn't going to pay off. Felt like it was out of sight and feeling a bit defeated. And then here we are with this commitment, community, and compassion. And the Magician, you are the Magician. So that is Gemini energy. Your mind, your thoughts, your ideas, they are becoming reality. Using your mind to bend time, to bend reality, to bend the future. Being the alchemist, learning from the past, teaches skills and tools that your mind can shape reality. It can create and transform just with a shift of thoughts, perception. Your mind is shape-shifting reality. You shift reality, you shape reality, because the shapeshifter, the Magician, is much more powerful than most believe, until they truly get through these times and see how strong and how powerful, and understand that life is infinite cycles. From the waves, the tides will always turn. The tides will become rough and heavy. And through these triumphs, tribulations, you see the outcome. You have the Big Dipper, that things are possible, that when things turn upside down, look for the shining star. Look for the magic. Look for what the universe is showing you, as you can show others. So don't focus on the downfalls. Focus on the present, the gifts, and use the challenges as where you need to make changes, as what comes up must come down. Use the wisdom, this is very fast energy, so thoughts become reality. Three of Wands. All right, we have the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. So water, emotions, feelings. But then we have the Three of Wands, which is purpose, desire, exploration, going where you haven't gone before, taking a step from the land. So I'm about to move into a journey where you're not sure where it's going to take you, and it's unknown territory, but seeing the waves clashing against the boat, understanding that it brought you to a place of bonds, and it's like those tough times were to bring you to a whole new place, with a whole new set of people, rules, and understandings that life is what you make of it. And life is here to teach. And if you are here to learn, and you listen to the whispers beyond what you've known and what you're used to, what you're comfortable with, you see that there's a calling beyond. And you feel it. Look, the star. Pulling towards the star. And this was this is your truth. This is what, we have the ties here and the ties here. So what started off as unpredictable chaos, influenced magic, and took you from the stormy, rough seas to seeing that there's more out there to discover. Driven by this trailblazer energy. You are authentic. Reaching for the stars. Something you've always been connected to. With space, reinventing ideologies, being curious about the beyond, outside of the norm. I feel like you're this inventor, you're this creator that has a purpose that is beyond space and time. I feel like you have traveled this lifetime to go through all those challenges, tough times, to bring you to a place of sovereignty, to discover that you are the potent magic that you hold. It's your energy, it's your radiance, your frequency. it's magnetizing, it's pulling in. I feel like this is you reaching for the stars and transforming the darkness that you endured into endless potential, realizing that limitations are just fears, and they're fears to not be able to reach your full potential. And I feel like you are set on this journey that it holds truth, it holds freedom, and it's aligned with who you are. You're destined for beyond. You're destined for something that calls your name. It whispers to you. It's that curiosity, the imagination, and the want to reinvent communities, commitments, and higher potentials. And I feel like that's that pursuit. The waves, the stormy waves that brought you a place that you recognize, it feels like home, yet you've never been there before. But it calls you, it pulls you, and it ties to your soul. It ties to a deeper connection that awakens you, awakens your spiritual purpose. Seven of Wands, yeah. I feel like you're moving out of the reach of others that don't have the best good. And I feel like you are in this place of influence, of harmony, of peace, of calm. And those around you that radiate the same frequency, they're on this journey as well. You're marking your next adventure, your next exploration. And I feel like it's beyond the physical. It's a pull that clears away all the clutter, makes you forget about all of the hardships, and makes you present in feeling appreciation for what you had to feel, what you had to feel to release, feel the fear, to forget. Feel the fear. And once forgotten, once stuck into the boat where you had nowhere else to go, but fear all around, I feel like it brought you to a place of where you understand how it all connects together, and it builds growth, it builds strength, builds courage. And it's only for those off on this purpose, on their journey. You must go on this journey alone. It's not for all. And the star shines bright in the sky. As you may go after anything that would be easier, but you know the star. When you're feeling lost in the ocean, you realize you were never lost. You just need to look up. You need to look up. And wash away everything that was not meant for you. And here's your truth. Here is your this is a place where you feel home, you feel close to, and you shine. You shine with this power, almost like very empowered, not chasing your dreams, not chasing anything but your own dreams. Because you know it's not the easiest road. It may not make sense to everybody, but not all can journey. Not all are here for this journey, and not all have the power to override the future, override and change the reality and take back what was yours all along. It was always with you. Always with you. Just waiting for the right time. No longer looking and seeking for the journey. I feel like you see it, but it's not in a place where you would have expected it. And it's when you find that peace and that balance that collects. It collects almost like things don't bother you like they used to. All right? Hope that helps. Next time. Bye.